Most married couples don't ever imagine their relationship ending in infidelity. But the truth is that cheating can rock even the happiest marriages. What is infidelity? Infidelity is a violation of a couple's emotional and sexual rights that commonly results in feelings of anger, sexual jealousy, and rivalry. In other words, it is an affair in a romantic and emotionally intense relationship with someone other than your spouse or partner. There are so many different reasons why wives cheat. The same applies to husbands. Loneliness might play a major role in affairs. Sometimes, a close relationship with a colleague is taken too far during a long night at the office. Other times, a spouse turns to someone for cheating to fill a physical or emotional space left unfilled by their partner. Figuring out why some wives cheat on their husbands is worth looking into. We have this idea socially that men are cheaters, all men are vulnerable to cheating, but the data tells a very different story. Women cheat at the same rates as men, if not more. We just don't like to talk about it, and we don't like to think about it. You don't want to think that your neighbor, your Sunday school teacher, or your friend is doing this. But the reality is, you know a woman who's cheating, you just don't know that she is. Why do women cheat? Some women cheat to avoid boredom. Other women cheat because they feel neglected. Still, other women say they cheat just because they want to. Why do men cheat? Immaturity. If he does not have a lot of experience in committed relationships, or if he does not fully understand that his actions will inevitably have consequences like hurting his partner, he may think it is fine to have sexual adventures. Also, he may have an ongoing problem with alcohol or drugs that affect his decision-making, resulting in regrettable sexual decisions. Or maybe he has a problem like sexual addiction. Ultimately, he may want to end his current relationship. However, instead of just telling his partner that he is unhappy and wants to break things off, he cheats and then forces her to do the dirty work. The reasons for infidelity are complex and unique to every relationship. There's no one specific reason for infidelity within a marriage. A lot of the time, the reasons are physical. Sometimes, they're emotional, and sometimes it's just a matter of somebody having an opportunity. The concept of a cheating wife contrasts a lot with what our culture tells us about women. To many, the thought triggers stronger reactions than that of a cheating man, which is more expected based on historical norms. We want to think of women as not particularly sexual unless they're deeply in love, or they're married or in some monogamous relationship of some kind. We just don't want to think that women are just as interested in having sex with multiple partners, and maybe get bored with marital sex. Ways of dealing with infidelity in your marriage. 1. Are you sure your spouse did it? Many times, it is just a mere suspicion that makes a spouse think that the other is cheating. When you are not sure of your spouse's infidelity, never make any move of accusing your spouse without the proof. That could be the worst thing you could do. So I suggest to you to be sure your spouse is indulging in an extramarital affair before thinking of the ways to confront the cheating spouse. 2. Make a decision. There is nothing in this life that could be compared to deciding on how to confront your cheating spouse. It is morally degrading because there are so many important factors that are beyond your control as you want to do that. There is a need for you to get yourself prepared mentally, get real circumstantial evidence that will buttress your suspicions. Get yourself with what to say, and also get yourself braced up for the reactions you are sure to get. You must try and look into yourself and decide which way you want to go. If you want to forgive your spouse, you have to decide immediately, or maybe you want to leave the marriage. Be truthful to yourself about what you want to get from the confrontation. 3. Confront your spouse. Confronting your spouse after cheating without good evidence is like getting yourself ready to fail. But when you have investigated, and you are sure that your spouse cheated on you, then it is left with you to approach your spouse with the evidence. It may not be an easy task, but you must do that. However, instead of rushing into the house to yell and scream, I'll advise you to approach it more maturely, a way that shows you are actually in total control of the matter. Your main aim here is to get what you want from the conversation. Choose the best time to go to your spouse. It may not be good for you to go when you feel so shocked and disappointed about your discovery. The bottom line is to do all your homeworks well and be very prepared to. Never get surprised when you see your partner's reactions, remain focused. 4. Know the reasons for the infidelity: Though there is no better reason one spouse should cheat on the other. However, you must know why this happened in the first place if you are seeking a way of dealing with infidelity in your marriage. What if you are the reason why that happened? From the stories of infidelity I was opportune to listen to, I found out that most of the reason is lack of care from the spouse. Reasons from the wife. A woman will tell you that all the husband knows to do is work. He goes out in the morning and comes back late. Even when he comes back, he will not have time to care about his spouse's feelings and need. This alone could make your spouse look for care and attention outside. Anyone who could fill that gap you created will win her emotions. Just like I rightly said, there is never a justifiable reason to indulge in infidelity, but it will be good if you should know that your spouse has found those things she/he is not getting from the marriage. Learn from your mistakes. Well, if you are the reason why your spouse committed that act, one of the ways you could avoid it from occurring another time is to repair the broken rope. Look for the loopholes and patch it. Make your spouse feel the love and care that is due. Never give him or her reason to seek solutions outside. 5. Answer some important questions by yourself. After confronting your cheating spouse, many types of questions will flood your mind. Your ability to answer those questions like, how did I not believe my intuitions in the first place? Why and how should this happen to me? Will prove to you that the healing process has started. Those questions and answers definite. Use the opportunity to think and understand when and where the trust between you and your spouse was breached and then fix it. 6. What is your next line of action? This is the most important aspect of dealing with infidelity in your marriage. At this point, you must think about the steps to take next. The first thing is to know why your spouse cheated. Is the act done willfully or mistakenly? And maybe there is no sign of remorse, then there may be no other option. But what if your spouse is sorry for the act and seek to be forgiven? There may be a reason to reconsider giving your relationship or marriage another chance. This may mean starting from scratch to rebuild communication, trust, care, and faith. Remember, it is up to you to consider, having in mind that it is not that easy to get over the feelings of imagining your spouse with the other lover. Rounding up. You must know that the act has been done. No one can bring back the hand of the clock and no one can change the past. You have to pick up your pieces and move forward with your life. Try to remember the good moments of your marriage or relations, though the stings of the ugly situation are still glaring at your face. What matters most now is your future. Think of how to make your marriage stronger than it has always been. It is not what you could have done alone. Above all, let God start where you stop. You cannot do it alone. Thank you for watching our video. We have handpicked great videos like this you can watch next.